Just got a process question, but.
Okay, so it is 4 o'clock. I'm gonna call the October 21st Public Works meeting to order. Everybody's here. And I will make a motion to approve the agenda and the September 25th minutes.
Second.
Got a first and second. Anybody have any discussion on that?
No.
Without hearing any, with all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Public comments? Not have anybody?
No.
Chairperson comments? Thought of something last time, but I don't remember what it was. So I will skip that. Number 7, Department of Public Works report, Ben.
So getting deep into leaf season, even now it's very dusty, but guys are out, people are definitely putting the leaves out and we're trying as hard as we can to keep up in the week. So our goal is every week to get through town, to get all the leaves picked up from one end of the town to the other and plus across the river. So we got a couple guys doing that. Got a couple guys in the parks trying to clean them up on a weekly basis the best we can to keep up with the leaves. And finish up a few little things we gotta get ready before winter. In the shop, we're starting to get trucks and things prepared, thinking about winter, if it needs tires and all the stuff to kind of end the year end for the budget purpose and get ready for the end of the year. I'm gonna go on the next one, project update. The Second Street project from Bunker to Monroe is scheduled for pavement tomorrow afternoon. It's been an ongoing process, but we're getting there and then the completion is getting closer. So I hope by the end of the week that the road is blacktopped and everything is open. Haven't had any issues up there, just kind of waiting on this guy, waiting on this person to get up there to get things done, but I think we're reaching the end of it. So I look forward to Friday that being completed. We got a few little patches around town with curb and gutter and blacktop that the next week or two, we're gonna be getting those wrapped up and by November 1st, all the projects in the village should be completed. So that's always a good thing to get all the work done that we had scheduled and no big issues and ready to go for the plowing season, the winter season to come. So when it comes to that, we've got a good fill of salt right now, ballpark, so I feel we're in good shape moving into the winter months, that we won't need anything. We'll start in late December. We have to get our first load of salt that we always get, and that'll definitely put us on a high quantity amount of salt at this point. So we're looking good for the 2024 season and the 2025 season for snow removal. As we looked at all the vehicles and stuff, we don't see anything big repairs this winter other than the annual maintenance. So that's always important. Looking into budget time if we're gonna need to have any big purchases for any kind of machinery. If anybody has any questions on Public Works updates or projects, we'll go into the budget.
I got 2. So did we have salt left over from last year?
Yep, we always do.
Cause we didn't have a very hard winter last
No,
year.
we've got our salt shed can hold 120, 130 ton and we're sitting probably 110. So we gotta get another 30 tons. So the last load, hopefully we're gonna put some out before we get it in December. If not, we'll stockpile outside and cover it. So
Has the price has gone down on salt?
unfortunately, the trucking has made the price kind of go up.
And then the NEPCO residents for the leaf, are they raking to the edge of
Yeah,
the road?
we've had, again, we go over there and I kind of go through once a week to see. I know we had somebody call today. I had a pile over there, so I kind of drive through it earlier in the week. So when the guys go over there on Thursday, Friday, they can kind of go pile the pile and not have to drive the roads just for time. But we're getting a few residents over there that are definitely raking. I think it's one of the things when they see the truck come, then, oh, they're something new to them. So I think it'll keep getting bigger and bigger in the future.
Did we plow them last year?
No, we don't do anything, nothing with the roads. The only thing we do is tree and brush pickup, the grass pickup, and then obviously the garbage and recycling through waste management. So next thing will be budget. Sent this over to you guys the other night if you had a chance to look at it. We want to go through it. You guys have questions on it or with everybody, just look at the chairman, what would you like to see?
I looked through it, I read it, I don't have any questions, I mean, it's all,
I got a couple.
I think you should maybe add a little bit more to Public Works. And have it cut it down, but I don't see an issue with it unless one of you guys got an issue with it.
No, I asked him some questions right before. I do have one question. You're replacing one vehicle, one truck.
Yep, one of the public works vehicles.
How many trucks do we have?
So we have one for the water operator, one for the wastewater operator, and one for the parks department, and one for the shop, basically a shop truck, and then the foreman truck.
So you have five.
Yep.
And which one is being
That's
replaced?
the foreman truck, that'd be the oldest.
The one
One
that
that's
serves out here? Okay.
Yeah. Well, I just one thing to add to that. I mean, we were going to replace that 2 years ago, Rick, so you know, we kept on cutting that because of other. So I think it's time
No,
that we
I'm
do.
not questioning.
No, but,
the expense.
yeah.
I just wanted to know of which one, how many do we have and how many?
Okay, yeah, because we've been cutting it. I know you weren't on the board, but we had to cut it a couple times.
Yeah.
I'll hit a couple of high points, just, obviously, the equipment fund is, the capital fund is something I've been very, talking to you guys about, trying to convince how we can find a way. I mean, this year we needed the pickup truck that's been in there and a lawnmower for the parks. I mean, the $30,000 gets us in there with the amount of money we have in there, gets us to both of those vehicles without borrowing, which to me is very important. So it was good to see us get some money in the capital improvement equipment fund.
So that this, did I hear you right, that there's not gonna be borrowing to purchase these two?
No, it'll be strictly out of the budget.
Okay.
So that's good. We definitely are gonna keep working towards putting more money in that. And that's a conversation that I'm gonna bring probably next June and really keep working on that. But I was glad this year we were able to put some money in the equipment fund and also the streets and roads fund. We definitely would like to put a lot more in there for sure. This year we're putting 60 in the streets and roads fund. But it's a start to try to get us back on track to where we need to be, not borrow money.
Do we know where we're gonna be on the revenue side? For our tax levy, do you know?
Yeah, I mean, the whole budget is, we're starting to put it together. Obviously, tonight, the Public Works is presenting this budget to you guys. The police and fire will be getting theirs on Wednesday, and we're starting to put it all together in the master spreadsheet. We're definitely not seeing the income, the revenue, however you wanna say that,
Is it flat?
we're looking for $50,000 to $60,000 with the budget. And again, the FHR will looking to gain for revenue this year compared to last year.
Okay, cause this is only going up 0.6%, only $4,700,
Yeah, so.
which is not even inflation, but I just wondered on the revenue side.
Well, we should be getting 200 something from over there. Ish. Well, ish, high-ish, whatever. But, this year, with them coming back this year, we didn't receive any tax from them. So whatever we get from this year will be new tax.
I'm looking
this year.
About 50 to 60,000 to complete it, yeah. We remember there's only 40 some houses across there. By the time you take the village portion with the schools and everybody else out, so.
I think you're a little light on the 60. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll see when the spreadsheets come together with. So, yeah, but this budget definitely includes, if there was actually any extra money, we definitely want to throw towards the roads. That's been our goal, and we looked at other areas in the budget to make sure we could do the roads. It's definitely, again, it went up a little bit. It's definitely gonna be challenging over the next few years to keep up with just the inflation of the gas and the prices of things like that. So, we're definitely gonna have to every year keep looking and keep figuring how to build this budget and be able to do the things we want to do with the revenue that we have. Again, we've got some stuff coming, some grants with some streets and roads that we talked about the last committee and the board, the Second Street, using the Clean Water Act grant and some other things. So hopefully we can get some more grants, looking with Wood County for bunker, for the culvert pipe underneath the road. They have a streets and bridge grant, working with them right now to see if we can get that. And a 50/50 grant for paving on the bunker also. So trying to definitely explore all the options we have out there. To keep our streets and roads at a high level, and also even our machinery.
So I have two questions.
Yep.
You're not putting nothing in parks capital outlay?
Nope,
We don't have to replace, you talked about replacing Ripple, is that gonna be just strictly out of that,
so yeah, we're
possibly?
looking, we're applying for the legacy grant in conjunction with the police and the fire department. to replace that piece of equipment out there. If not that, if we don't get the grant that, unfortunately, the Parks Department, that'll be a hot topic. The piece of equipment at Ripple Creek Park is definitely starting to,
For next year, so
from the fall apart. This is the last year we'll be able to make that piece of equipment, safe and manageable at Ripple Creek.
and the legacy grant that you're looking for that's not a matching grant.
No, that'll be straight up or whatever. Piece of equipment to replace Ripple Creek is about 180,000, what they have there now, so.
It is, are we just going through the public works or the park too?
Yeah,
It's kind of all,
in there.
Okay, I did not go through.
parks and cemetery are separate too, but we use the same machinery, the same guys are involved in it, so,
And that's only going up $300.
yep.
That's because there's no money going into it. but
Yep.
That's whenever you guys decide.
Okay, I was looking for parks and I'm like, that's,
So the other thing is, last year we took a loan out for the loader.
Yep.
Now we took a loan out because we were gonna fund another budget line. That didn't happen, correct?
Correct.
Did that just get absorbed back into the general fund?
You gotta remember that we made a adjustment to the budget middle of the year. We brought 60,000 back into the public works from the police department, which paid for the stump grinding and tree and brush line that was down. So,
And the other 100 just got absorbed in the,
No, I think some goes back into the
well,
police department's fund for
That
a
was-
vehicle.
that was a grant. You gotta remember that was half by the village and half through the grant that was applied for. The village
yeah, but
actually,
you had the money earmarked.
we had some in the capital, some in like 400 account, and then the other 100 was adding into the 400 last year, which we took out.
Oh,
So,
so really it was only 60.
yes. Now, obviously that loan payment comes on top of
Yeah,
it.
and that comes out of the public works line, right?
No, that comes above and beyond top of the levy. And that's not even included in the budget. But that's basically above the levy with them. Set. So,
Give you the highlights for the budget.
no, again, I mean, we're gonna keep working and trying to find a way to get creative, get grants and get other money out there to work on the streets and roads. I really feel that we've done a pretty good job in the last 3 or 4 years to maintain the roads at a good level. And we need to keep after it, I guess.
I'd like to see that money go into the 400 account, because the tip's gonna go away. You know, the projects are already earmarked for that. So after that goes away, what's the next big project that you,
Second Street,
Second all the way down.
which will,
is that partially funded from the tip?
no, this will be a different deal. Yeah, this will be the grant information that I brought to you guys to start the process. So we'll definitely have to have some heavy questions on how we're gonna fund that project in the future and with loans and what we wanna do. It's not gonna sugarcoat it. We're definitely, gonna be running, trying to figure out how to get roads and streets fixed here in the next year or two. The tip has been good, but it's run out and we're at that point now. And that's part of my next, discussion a little bit, if we're done with this discussion.
Is there any other questions on the budget?
No,
So next month now remember, the public works and utility budgets are separate. So next month, I'll be bringing you guys a utility budget. I'm working on that right now. Just brought you some paperwork today just to look over. You know, like I've been trying to, bring to your attention, you know, when it comes to road project, the water and the wastewater, we need to find a way that they can fund their sides of the project. If a street's $500,000 and the water's 200 and the wastewater's 200, we need to fund them. Right now, we've been funding them out of the village, pays for all of them. You know, we finally got the wastewater loan, it's finally paid off this year. But like everything else, unfortunately, there's maintenance things that need to get done, so it's not like all of a sudden we come in a surplus of money. And we haven't been able to actually run the wastewater plant in the green.
But we slowly will be.
Yeah.
Unless that is.
Correct. So
when you say that's gone, the loan?
The loan for the waste treatment,
Okay. How big was that loan?
that was a 20-year note.
20-year note.
For construction?
Yeah, we built a new plant 20 years ago.
Okay.
Built a brand new plant.
But then we took another loan out.
We couldn't make basically yearly, we didn't make enough revenue for the utility to fund its own plant. So we had to borrow money to,
But that's paid off now though too, or will be.
I think there's a year to look, yeah, I think a year left on that. I'll share that information next month, but.
So hopefully, within the next year or two, we start getting in the black and we're not in the red.
Correct. So like I said, next month I'll be bringing you guys those budgets to approve. I just wanted to bring you, Rick's new to this. So the water rates, in order to increase the water rate, it has to go through the PSC. The village does not, can't raise enough. We have to send a form to them,
Is that
In the
county or
spring?
state?
the state. In the spring, we send them a proposal, what we want to do. They look at our numbers and say, yes, no, what you need to do. Last year, if you look at this in 2024, we didn't increase wastewater or water, which was good in our take. Again, nobody wants to see any utilities go up. My concern is as we're moving forward, if we want to run projects through utilities, we're gonna need to put extra funds in those utilities to be able to fund that. Wastewater, we can do on our own. That's up to the board and up to the committee to make a motion and decide on that, nothing tonight. I did bring you guys for the wastewater, something to talk about, we can think about next month or whatever is a couple different options. I hate to see any utility go up, but again, if we wanna start utilities paying for stuff, we're gonna have to figure out how to get creative. This just brings an option of a 2% and a 2.5% with the wastewater. Kind of got you a little bit of breakdown information, because I know sometimes it's hard to understand what 2%, what 2.5 is, because it's cubic feet, what it is per quarter, what it looks like. I just brought you guys some information. Obviously, 1,500 cubic feet is an average water bill for a person. So these would be some, numbers. If we went with a 2%, you'd be looking at $3.35 increase per quarter on 1,500 cubic feet. If we went with 2.5, it'd be $4.23 increase per quarter on 1,500 cubic feet of water.
The average house uses about how many?
1,500. I mean, that's,
No, your average house for wastewater is only 1,500 cubic feet. You're telling me on the bill, it's only. Well,
depend on there. I guess I mean,
yeah, you're just looking at the increase, that's,
yes. So that would be,
I guess what I was asking, I
we've
don't
got,
know what 1,500 cubic feet is for wastewater or whatever, but if the average house is 10,000, then it's 40 to 50 bucks.
the average two-person right now is anywhere between 1,000 to 1,500 cubic feet is what the average two-person couple.
Would you say 1,000 to 15?
Yeah,
Which it's out there.
yeah, that's the average two-person.
That's 11,000 gallons a quarter.
So again, it's just information for you guys. And I hate to bring it to you at all, bring any kind of increase, but if we can skip another year, if you look back, I've got basically the data I tried to bring you guys, looking back from starting 2008, what we've done over the years for increases. We've done a very good job, I think, keeping rates affordable. I still think we're affordable around to other communities. But we
How
also,
do we compare to Rapids
we're
or
we're under both of them. A lot of, we're definitely cheaper than them. I don't know exactly, they bump, Rapids is the electric and water, so they do things different. I think it's every other month.
And it was monthly.
Nacusa is monthly.
Yeah, but on the rates per thousand,
I don't, honestly, I don't have that information from, so I can bring that to you guys.
it's just curious how we compare.
Yeah.
Cause if we're still under, then we really, if we're significantly over, it's something different, but
Yeah.
it is what it is.
I guess I had a question is, do the people that are not on village water or sewer, do they get the increase also?
There's no rate.
There's no rate, so then there's just the people that are using the
Yeah.
water and sewer.
Utility,
So like Knuckle Lake would not be.
No.
Correct.
just to be, anybody that has a utility bill.
Jesus, it's going pretty long for a sailor meeting. Oh,
Well, like I said, just information. Next month, I'll be bringing you guys the water and the wastewater budget.
Hi, Joe.
What is the life expectancy of the wastewater plant? 30?
Again,
With
we're
maintenance, with
starting
proper
to,
maintenance?
yeah, I mean, we're starting to put 30 to 40 years, but I mean, we're gonna have to, already some tanks that need to get, sealed this year, sandblasted and recoated. So and definitely the budget we have coming, next month is gonna have some repairs at the wastewater plant already that need to be done.
Is that something that we gotta start budgeting capital outlay for the next couple of years?
I'm hoping we can,
Have to take.
I'm hoping we can stay. I think we've got a good plan with, the operator in place of maintenance, doing so much, every year trying to do, $5,000 to $10,000 a year to keep up. And I think if we can do that, we can maintain our plant pretty good for a good amount of time. Again, our plant was built for 1 million gallons and we're only bringing in less than 500,000. So we're only running the plant at half its capacity. So I think we're gonna have a lot longer longevity than what we're thinking on it, but it's still the wear and the tear on the piece of equipment on a daily basis. But I think plant wise, we're in good shape as long as we can keep maintaining pumps and keep what we're doing. Lift stations will probably be a bigger problem for us in the future since we have 3 in the village. Those we haven't put a lot of attention in the last almost 25 years. I can tell you, we haven't put much attention onto them. So I mean, those are gonna come, but they've come a long ways. I mean, there's a day, the lift station we had, we crawl down in them. Those days are gone now. I mean, they're building lift stations now where they drop the submersible pumps down from the top and nobody goes down. There's no more area to be down there. And so they're
But you
definitely,
don't foresee in the next 15, 20 years having to rebuild an entire wastewater treatment plant.
No.
And put us back into what we had the last 20 years.
I would not see that.
What was the original expenditure, the original cost of the plant, what we took out of loan?
Don't have those numbers in front of me.
Okay, that was 20 years ago?
Yeah.
I don't
So, yeah, we basically started from scratch. When we scratched everything we kept one tank was about all we kept. So we started over. So,
Okay.
but yeah. Like I said, I'll bring the budget to you guys next week and, this is something you guys can talk, if he's got any questions on it. Just more data information for you guys to look over to see what we've done in the past years with increasing. I mean, again, I hate to see any increase in any water, but I think for the future, if utilities are gonna start paying to replace the water, wastewater in the roads, we're gonna have to look at least a 2% increase to try to get some funds in those accounts.
I think Boz had those models. Now, I don't know what the data came from and how truthful the data was, but he had that graph where eventually the red is going down and it starts going to black. If we could see if those are true.
I think, the budget right now, there's definitely I think this year's budget, if the revenues come in like we're hoping for I think we'll be out of the red for the wastewater.
So if we could project that for the next 5 years or whatever to see at a 2% increase or whatever, where we are at. Just to look at that 5 or 10 year out and see just with the 2% where we'd be and how much revenue we're gonna to create from that might be beneficial.
Yeah, no, I can definitely work on it. Every time we do an increase, we think we're gonna get revenue and everybody gets sharper at home and doesn't, it's what we do. We increase the water and we think we're gonna gain, and honestly, people put better toilets in, better appliances, and it flattens out. Again, people obviously budget so much money for water and that's what they try to keep in. So it's definitely a gamble, even when we increase these, the revenue isn't, no guarantee.
They're all estimates. It's all.
They're no guarantee, but I'll definitely work on that graph and bring it back to you next month.
Is there any other questions?
No.
Okay, that the rest of the report.
Yep, that's all I have.
Anybody have any old business?
No.
New business? I have not received anything. Has anybody received any correspondence?
No.
Agenda items for next month.
I have utility budget on there already, based off of what Ben said.
Yeah,
So I'll bring as a utility budget approval and I'll bring a utility rate. We'll bring a motion for utility rate. We can bring a motion, doesn't have to be, we can kill it too. We don't, anyway, at least it'll be on the agenda. Go ahead and discuss.
Do you have an overall feel for how big the utility budget is, how much revenue you get in?
yeah, that sounds.
Yeah, we're a year.
Yeah,
We're talking, well, each one are just between 400 to 500,000.
okay, for water,
Water's 522, and
And then
That would have been-
wastewater, same thing.
wastewater's a little bit under.
Okay.
475.
That's just curious ballpark. Thank you.
But they're always, again, they're two separate. The budget comes in December, we vote on the budget, and then the utility is a separate motion that just comes off of the
Yep.
board. Sometimes we,
And you understand how, what he's trying to say with the revenues paying for the storm and stuff on the road projects? So right now, the road projects are being done. And 100% of that comes out of, depends where it is, the TIF or out of roads and streets.
Mhm.
But eventually, what he would like to get into is the utilities pay for the utilities that are in that road.
Mhm.
So it makes the road project a little cheaper from the tax base piece, because the utilities would fund it.
Yep.
So,
But it's still a spend. You just gotta have it in
Different
one pot or the other. No.
okay, does anybody have anything else?
No.
So the next meeting. Would it be possible? I have a basketball game on November 18th. It's a home game, so would it be possible to move it up on that Monday? A half an hour or so, 3:30, or we can pick a different day too.
you go off the table and ask Mr. Zerflo if they decide
Wednesdays.
Lake District
Lake
meeting is,
District.
please.
What's that? I didn't hear you.
Lake District meeting.
Yeah, without objection,
When's the next Lake District meeting?
November 18th at 3:30. And we're gonna be going quarterly, starting 2025.
Fantastic.
yeah, so I could do that Tuesday, if that would work. Or we just,
That's fine. Either one of those days.
Tuesday.
the 19th,
Mhm.
what time would you guys like to do that? I'm open the whole Tuesday.
3:30, 3:00, I guess.
I can't
fine.
get here before 3:30. Not that I mean, obviously you have your quorum, but I'm just,
Into 3:30,
I'm fine with that.
you can be here by 3:30-ish. So we'll do November 19th at 3:30. The next meeting. Because I think second basketball game, we're at Assumption. Does anybody have anything else?
No.
Without objection, I will call the meeting adjourned at 4:27.
Long one for you, or? Oh.
Love time.